What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and I honestly want to jump straight into the video today because this is probably going to be the most important video about trading that you ever watch. Now, whether you trade ICT concepts, whether you're looking to trade ICT concepts, or maybe you don't trade ICT concepts at all, you will benefit from this video. If you guys don't listen to what I say in this video and apply what I say in this video, I don't think you will ever become profitable. Now, this is not just me like rage baiting or just saying that. It's because what I want to talk about in this video was my biggest struggle. It's what delayed my profitability probably 3 or 4 months, and it's what caused me to lose multiple thousands of dollars, right? I could have minimized that. I could have not went through that if I listened to myself with what I'm going to tell you guys in this video, right? I want to talk about strategy, but I don't want to talk about, giving you a specific strategy, right? Now, first of all, we're going to start off is if you guys are trading ICT or you're looking to trade ICT, what you guys will probably do is go through a loophole where, first of all, your ego goes up. You think that, hey, this is the right way to trade. Let me break it to you. It's not. About 90% of the profitable traders out there trade retail, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, trend lines, whatever it is. I would say less than 10% of profitable traders trade ICT. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, right? Any strategy works, but that's the first thing you have to realize. You're not better than anyone else, right? The second thing is what you guys will most likely do is spend so much time, right? Because this is what I was doing, learning everything, watching a bunch of content. It's like, oh, okay, this guy's a good trader, I'm gonna learn from him. This guy's a good trader, I'm gonna learn from him. And you learn all these things. You learn a million different things, right? You learn a million different strategies or ways, or like this secret, ICT enigma, or this secret like quarterly theory, whatever you wanna talk about. You're gonna learn a million things and you're not gonna know how to trade, right? You're not going to know how to trade. So what a lot of you guys need to do is when you're getting into trading, when you're getting into a strategy, right? Whether you're gonna trade ICT or not, first thing you have to do is trade something that makes sense to you. If you don't know why you're placing a trade, if you don't really understand that strategy, then don't trade that strategy because it's like glorified on TikTok or it's glorified on YouTube, or it's like, oh, this guy is like the secret strategy, right? Get that out of your head. Get that out of your head genuinely, right? If you're trading something, the reason I trade the way that I trade is it makes sense to me. It genuinely, logically makes sense to me that I'm reading this chart and I'm executing here because it makes sense to me. Whenever I'm entering a trade, it's because that trade makes sense to me, and that's why I'm taking that trade. It's not because Joe Schmo said this is the best strategy, I'm gonna take it, right? That's the first thing you guys need to realize. Now, whenever you're looking, whenever you're putting in the effort to learn a strategy, right, you want to only stick to that one thing, right? If it's different concepts, you wanna stick to a few concepts and you wanna, work on simplifying your trading. Because the more things you guys add to your charts, the more lines, the more indicators, the more boxes, whatever you want to add, right? Although it might, be like this strategy, the more confusion you guys add to your chart, the more things you think about when you're entering a trade, the worse your psychology is going to be, the more you're going to really not realize, not really understand what you're doing. What I would do is I would try to learn all these concepts. I would spend 8-10 hours a day watching videos from other people, and I would learn all these concepts, right? Even though they're technically all ICT stuff, it was just all different concepts, and I would mark them out all on my chart. I had 15 things on my chart, and half of them contradict each other, right? So when I get an entry, I would be like, oh, but this contradicts this, but look at this wick, but no, this one's telling me this. I didn't know what I was doing, right? I would just get a million things rushing through my head, and I would just overthink. I would do anything but place a trade. I would just overthink, exit early, enter again, exit. I did not know what was going on, right? I couldn't simplify my trading for the love of me. I spent 3 or 4 months just saying, you know what, the reason I'm losing is because I don't know enough. So I would study more information. And then I'd go back, I try to apply that information, but the one I learned before it would just contradict that, right? When you guys are going into trading, you have to stick to one thing for a sustainable amount of time. Everything out there works, right? Everything out there works. If it's on YouTube, I'm guessing it probably works, whatever strategy or whatever concept you're using, right? So that's the first thing you got to realize. There's no right way of trading. If anyone's telling you that they have the right way or they have the best way of trading, it's because they're trying to sell you something, right? That's as flat out as it is, right? There is no right way. People have been doing this for, hundreds of years. There is no right way. There might be a more profitable strategy, but again, that's just going to depend on one, your market experience and it making sense to you and your patience. But none of those will matter if you just focus on, doing a million different things, right? Focus on doing a million different things, a million different strategies, applying all this stuff to your charts. Bro, you are not going to succeed in this game, right? And you can either listen to me right now or you can, go through it on your own, overcomplicate your trading, and then end up simplifying it, right? And you'll come back and say, bro, you were right, but now I just lost money, right? So that's a pretty big thing. Also, some of you guys have been asking me, that you want to learn from me directly. If you guys do want to learn from me kind of one-on-one, if you guys want me to help you guys can apply in the bio. I'm gonna be dropping that soon. But anyways, back to the video. Again, if you guys continue overcomplicating your trading, if you guys continue trying to learn everything, trying to be the best trader, right? Catching the craziest RR trades, you try to do this, you try to do all this, right? You're probably not profitable, and you're probably not gonna become profitable because you're focused on a million things rather than doing what? Simplifying your actual trading. You simplify your trading, you give yourself set rules, you give yourself set parameters, and you follow those parameters day in, day out. And what you'll notice when you do that, right? First of all, this was a struggle for me. I could not do anything, I could not let my trades run. I would place a trade, I'd overthink it. It wasn't until I placed a trade, walked away from the computer, I locked myself out of the room. I literally clicked the lock. I wouldn't let myself go back in the room until I got that trading view alert on my phone saying, my stop loss or TP hit, right? And I just simplified everything. And once I simplified everything, this is when it started working, right? This is when my strategy actually started working. This is when I started seeing progress. And from here, now you can build on it, improve, go over your losses, improve on your losses, improve on your wins, and overall become a better trader. But that doesn't mean you're gonna learn a million different things. You're gonna learn from this guy, you're gonna learn from this mentor, you're gonna learn from this guy because, they say that what they're doing is right. And again, you're just getting shiny object syndrome. You need to focus, right, on one thing, one strategy, one way of trading that makes sense to you and stick with that, right? And what you will notice is it's gonna be boring, right? If trading isn't boring, you like gambling, right? Trading is gonna be a boring job because you're just sitting there patiently, maybe waiting a couple hours for one thing to happen. You're executing on that one thing, win or loss, and you're going about your day. That's what trading is. That's the reality of trading, right? That's how trading is, and that's how trading is gonna work, right? It is boring, right? Obviously, you have the ability to only work, a couple hours a day, maybe even 30 minutes, right? If you get your setup. But it's gonna be boring, right? You're not gonna get excited going into the day. If you get excited, you have a bad mindset. You're probably gambling, right? You're thinking about all this stuff, right? And you're confused. Again, what your trading will look like on a higher level is going in, waiting for one single thing. If that thing doesn't happen, you don't pull the trigger. If that thing happens, you pull the trigger, win or loss, you go about your day. That's what your trading is gonna be. That's what trading, that's the level you guys wanna get to. That's gonna be the goal for you guys. But you're not gonna be able to get to that point until you simplify your trading and take a step back. Again, simplify it, execute on that, and go forward. So again, if you guys have an ego with trading, a lot of you have an ego. I had an ego, thinking the way I was trading was right. You're probably not right. And there's a guy trading the complete opposite of you that has made more money than you and might make more money than you, all time. For me, I remember that I was struggling. I was, spending all this time learning ICT, all this, different stuff. And I thought that I was that guy. I was like, I knew all this information. Obviously, I was unprofitable. And then I talked to a guy, I was friends with that I literally knew had made millions of dollars. He showed me his bank account and he trades trend lines. And I just got so mad. I'm like, this guy's trading these lines and he's made more money than me, right? Again, you're not gonna be right, right? There's no right way to do this stuff. There's really no right way to do this stuff. So what have you learned from this video? One, pick one single thing that makes sense to you. Stick with that thing over a long period of time. Don't change that thing and keep it simple so you can execute it every single day without confusion, without much emotions, like that, boom. Not saying you have to trade mechanically, right? But you wanna, take all the information, execute mechanically, manage mechanically, and go by your day. That's how the highest level of trading will be, and that's how this game works. If you guys like the video, make sure to subscribe if you already have not, right? I've been trying to be pretty consistent with you guys, lock in on the YouTube stuff, give y'all some sauce. Again, if you wanna learn from me, link in the bio, you can apply, it's dropping soon. But that's pretty much it for today's video. And I will catch you guys tomorrow or the day after, we'll see. But yeah.